What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, MrBaboon. We are back with another reaction. This time we have some along the lines of some that I usually do react to and stuff like that. But it's a different channel that I've never heard of and everything. And we're gonna react to it. You know what I'm saying? The greatest founding father you didn't know is what we're reacting to. And I will put the link for the video down in the description and the link to the channel that we are watching as well down in the description. Make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you guys do enjoy. Pretty much everything I said just now is free. And turn on post notifications. That's also free. Everything is free on the channel and everything. So make sure you guys do, you know, like I said, subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn on the post notifications, like the video. Let me know you guys liked it and everything and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're going to react to this. Is there anything else I want to say? I don't think so, honestly. I think that's about it. I think we're just going to go ahead and get into the video. So, reaction. Reaction. Got that set. Everything looks like it's running good. Let me double check.
Found.
Yeah, everything is running good. So, we're gonna react to this now.
The founding fathers, the minds that made America. Everyone has their favorite, but what if you combine the written eloquence of Thomas Jefferson, the fiscal finesse of Alexander Hamilton, the oratory skills of Patrick Henry, the height of George Washington, and the horniness of Ben Franklin? Add in a wooden leg and you get your new favorite founding father, Gouverneur Morris.
I like how it's...
Gouverneur Morris, born 1752, was a product...
Okay, I will say, I like the animation already. It's clean. I like it. I like it. I like the animation, the way he's going about it and everything. I like it. So,
of the colonization
let's continue.
of New York, with his mother's side descended from the first Dutch colonists of New Amsterdam, and his father's side from the English that arrived at that settlement in 1664. People of New Amsterdam, let's fight off the English dogs! You, Peter Stuyvesant, the tyrant trying to ban booze, make us go to church and tax the hell out of us, want our help fighting the English who said we can pretty much just do whatever as long as we surrender? Gosh? Later, Governor Morris's grandfather, Lewis Morris, would shape colonial history when he took exception with New York colonial governor William Cosby and had his complaints published with the help of a poor German printer, Peter Zenger, who was promptly arrested and charged with libel. The resulting trial would form the foundation of the freedom of the press in America. Mr. Zenger, you're charged with publishing accusations of Governor Cosby rigging elections, aiding the French, and a litany of other crimes. How can you possibly defend printing such insidious claims? Well, they're true. Even the part about him being a monkey? See for yourself. He's throwing food! By the time...
Bro! Yeah, he got a monkey actually throwing. Come on, bro. This is amazing. You're ranking it like, subscribe. Bro, he only has that many. Guys, go subscribe to this dude. I like his video already. Go check him out. Link in the description.
When Gouverneur was born, the Morrises were well off, owning the southern tip of the Bronx and calling it Morrisania. Young Gouverneur was noticeably brighter than his siblings, studying the classics, writing little poems in multiple languages, and doing advanced math in his head for fun.
Bro, look at the title. Bro.
At age 14, he had a horrible accident.
Go there by the boiling hot kettle of water. What is the state of my little Gouverneur?
Well, Mrs. Morris, much of the flesh was taken off his right arm, but I don't think we'll need to amputate. Looks like Governor will keep all of his limbs, barring any unforeseen calamity. By the way, have you noticed the amount of shadows this lighting gives off? 4 by my count. 4 shadows.
Foreshadowing? Foreshadows? Foreshadowing?
Governor
Interesting.
recovered, finished his schooling, and became a prominent New York City lawyer, but tried to stay out of politics. After Britain passed the Stamp Act in 1765, Governor, like everyone else, was pressed to pick a side. By this time, Governor already held what would be the 2 main fears of American government. First, the fear of tyranny.
We are British, after all. Why shouldn't Parliament tax us?
Yes, Livingston, but the taxation of the colonies should be done by the colonies themselves, not some overseas, overbearing entity. And second, fear of the mob. Whoa, who's that guy?
That's the tax man. The Liberty Boys stripped him down, beat him, poured molten tar upon him, and slathered him with feathers. Ain't democracy grand?
By the time fighting broke out at Lexington and Concord, Governor was firmly in the Patriot.
I think he actually
was
did do
also
that, by the
appointed
way.
to New York's Provincial Congress, where he was assigned to a secret committee to work with none other than George Washington.
There he is, the man himself. You should totally go over and say hi.
Are you sure?
Of course! The general, he's a teddy bear. And make sure you slap him on the back. It'll be real endearing.
My dear General, how happy I am to see you look so well.
I think he set you up. I think he just set you up.
How'd it go?
I saw the end of days in his eyes. Angels fell and Jesus wept.
Huh? He reacted to it better than I thought he would.
As part of the Congress, Governor
That's proof he set him up. That is proof.
was tasked with helping
I don't know if
write
that
the
actually
New
did
York
happen.
State
It's hard to
Constitution,
say.
which would be needed.
I
if
don't
the
know much
Patriots could
about
pull this
like the history and stuff like this, so I do like watching this kind of stuff and learning, trying to figure out what might have happened, what didn't happen, what's true, and all that. You know what I'm saying?
revolution thing off. He had some ideas which were quite progressive for the time. And we're gonna need a strong executive to lead the ship. Oh, I'm sure a competent legislature should be able to handle those duties. Are you kidding me? We can't even agree to hang the toilet paper over like actual people. Oh, we should guarantee the liberty of conscience. Why? You're not secretly
Like actual
Catholic or
people.
something. Dude, I'm deist. As far as I'm concerned, God parked the car years ago and we're just letting wash me in the dust. One more thing though. Slavery? Ah, yes, a cornerstone of our economy. Yeah, we should get rid of it. Are you mad? Those wretched souls make up 10% of New York's population. And you don't see a problem with treating them like cattle? Can we at least put in a motion urging future legislatures to abolish it?
Every time someone speaks about that, anything, that shit is just so fucked. You got other human beings. Like, if you're not gonna do the damn work yourself, why would you want someone else to do the fucking work? You know what I mean? Like, that whole shit is just not right, bro. The slavery and, like, the human beings, they got rights as well as everyone else does. Like, people need to cut that shit off. I'm glad that was back then and not, like, you know what I mean? Because that shit's just not right. That's not right, bro.
How about this? Oh yeah, that totally screams all men are created equal. You know, Governor, maybe your ideas are better suited on a different platform, and we know just the place. And with that, Governor Morris was chosen to be New York's delegate at the Continental Congress, where the likes of Washington, Henry, Adams, Franklin, and Jefferson were all on assignment elsewhere, leaving a skeleton crew. The Congress was even on the run by that point after the Brits had taken Philadelphia, forcing them to settle in York, Pennsylvania. Is this
Did I
the
say also
Continental
U.S.
Congress?
Captain?
Depends. Are you British?
No.
Are you a loyalist?
No.
Are you with Columbia House? Because I paid my penny for those DVDs.
No, I'm New York's delegate. I'm Governor Morris.
Well, we already got one more with Robert over there. I think I'll just call you the tall one.
Fine.
The
So
tall
what's the
one?
plan?
Well, I've been working on this Sudoku most of the morning, and then I'll probably take a nap, and we'll break the seal at TGI Fridays as soon as that hour starts.
No, I mean to win this war and create our own country.
Oh, we've just been focused on not getting captured. Listen, you seem
Focus on
restless.
not getting-
How about we give you a special assignment?
So on his first day, Governor was sent to Valley Forge to check in on the conditions of General Washington and his Continental Army.
What happened here? Yeah, it's pretty frickin' grim. My boys are freezing and sickly, and we're on the verge of a boot soup riot.
They're eating their boots?
What else they gonna eat?
Well, I know a way they can have nutritious, delicious, and easy to prepare meals.
Really? How?
They can use Hello Fresh. What? No HelloFresh sponsorship?
No.
Blue Apron?
No.
Any sponsorship at all?
Ha! We can barely get the states to sponsor us, but we have been getting some help from foreign officers. Mr.
Hey. Okay, that right there was really funny. I like that. What? No sponsors? Like he was like naming brands and stuff. That's great.
Morris,
That's
meet
great.
the Marquis de Lafayette.
Bonjour, Monsieur Maurice. Ah, Frenchman. Well, good to have your military experience with us. Actually, I have never fought in the battle until I arrived, and even then I was shot in the leg. Well, it's good to know King Louis is behind us. Oui. Though he specifically forbade me from coming, so I guess I'm actually wanted for treason back home. Lafayette, what exactly are you bringing to the table? I made these croissants. I would not eat them, they are made from boots. Governor made his way back to the Continental Congress, where he was informed.
And he said, I made these croissants. And that was his boot. Bro, no, for real though, they did struggle on food and everything, you know? So, that shit
that they had finished writing
that
the
shit
young
sucks.
nation's
Had to
first
suffer from not
constitution.
eating
We
and,
call it
like...
the Articles of Confederation. I call it an abomination. What happened to the plan I left for you guys to consider? We just had someone revise it. Revise? This distorted and contorted mess is a revision? Wait a minute. Who revised it? Oh, you gave it to Elbridge Gerry, didn't you?
It looks fine to me.
You totally gerrymandered it.
It's pronounced Gary.
All right, fellas, who's picking up the tab?
Treasurer Hillegath, break out the petty cash. Petty cash? The articles don't give us the power to tax, so there's no petty cash. Then what do we do about this check?
Scatter!
In 1779, Governor was replaced as the
Scatter.
New York Continental.
I'm Richard Lindsay. When I think about our state, I think about our values.
Yeah,
and
come on, let me
martial
skip.
Passion.
Let me
and
skip. Thank you. I'm glad it let me
Continental
skip.
Congress delegate, and he retired from political life, settled in Philadelphia, and went back to the two things he formerly did best,
Is
being a
those
lawyer
bars at
and
Seda?
being a lover. And over the years, Governor had developed a type. I say, that color looks radiant on you. Sir, I must inform you that I have a husband. Madam, I must inform you that I have a math test. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought we were naming things that we're about to cheat on. Oh, my. He became quite well known for his tomcatting around town, though it was said that one particular affair cost him dearly.
Oi, love. These redcoats might be on the run, but they're putting up a hell of a fight. Still in bed, I see. You feeling right? Anywho, how I see it, with the French on the way, it shouldn't be... Wait a minute. Wait, you got back, go!
Bro!
Is that the real story of how it happened?
Nah, that's just a popular myth. It was really an accident with a carriage, but the result is just the same.
Well, with the help of this wooden prosthetic leg, you'll be up and about in no time.
Oh, Elizabeth, I must thank you and your husband for allowing a cripple like me to convalesce in your
Oh,
home.
no.
Nothing of it, Governor. A strong, virile, handsome man as yourself. Perhaps the good
Bruh.
Lord needed a way to even the field for the rest of men. Oh, look. Seems like you've already got the hang of that wooden leg. Sure, my wooden leg. With a little luck and a lot of the Americans won the war and their independence. Then, when his old friend Robert Morris was made the new nation's superintendent of finance, Governor accepted a position as his assistant. Their job was to address the new nation's money issues, namely that it had none. What we need is a bank.
I mean, you guys
Bank
got
of North
pet
America.
now?
People will believe in a national currency if they believe it's stable. Right now, people would rather use state currencies, IOUs, and Nuka-Cola bottle caps.
Hey, you
IOUs.
guys creating a bank?
Yeah, a bank of...
Cool. Put my name on it.
What, as a founder?
Yeah, why not?
Next, we need a way for the national government to actually raise money. We should propose a tariff, a land tax, a head tax, and a tax on liquor.
Governor, I doubt the Congress will go for that. They're kinda against all taxes.
But isn't that what we fought for? What happened to the right to tax ourselves?
It almost seems like those mobs rebelling against taxation were really just angry mobs.
Well, what's the worst that can happen if we don't find ways to fund the government?
Exactly. By the way, did you hear that still unpaid soldiers almost mutinied in Newburgh and pretty much have taken over Massachusetts? Haha!
It was clear that the government, under the Articles of the Confederation, wasn't working. And Hamilton called for a meeting that would become the Constitutional
Don't
Convention.
do that.
Governor,
Don't do
who
that.
had recently left politics to become a land speculator, was thrown back in, being elected a Pennsylvanian delegate. And Governor had something to say about every issue, addressing the delegation a whopping 173 times. Concerning government structure,
It's
173
clear we need separate
times?
branches led by a strong executive.
yeah, if only there was a 6'4" peg-leg dude who said that when we wrote the articles. Oh yeah, there was! Me! Voting rights. There should be a small property requirement for voting. Oh, I see. We're excluding women, blacks, Indians, immigrants, indentured servants, people under 21, but this is where we're gonna draw the line? And slavery.
Now that we have decided that the representation in the House should be reflective of population, I believe we can all agree that slaves should be included in such numbers.
As should my house as well.
Your house is not a person.
And your slaves are?
Great.
Treat them as such, make them free citizens, and let them vote.
Mr.
Thanks.
Morris.
Fine, have your 3/5 compromise. But couldn't we at least include that the non-prohibition of the importation of slaves is just to make South Carolina and Georgia happy?
Outrageous.
Jeez, guys, it's not like going along with these turd burglars' view on slaves. Sorry, I mean other persons. Is going to affect things for the next 200 plus years. But Morris's greatest contribution came in the actual writing of the Constitution. After 4 months of resolutions proposed.
See, he was actually trying to like stop this way before. Because I mean, he just foreshadowed like 200. You know what I mean? Years, and then it's gonna be a problem. Yes, it is a problem. He's right. He was right to try to fix this way before then, because that's not right. That shit fucked. You can't do that. They're normal human beings.
Proposals and debates,
get the
the
fuck up
convention
outta
had
here with that
produced a
shit.
document that was longer than a CVS receipt and drier than Apple's terms and conditions. Give it to me. I'll make it sing. And he did. Governor took all the months of work and created something clear, concise, and relatively simple for the task it had to accomplish. And to
He
set
said
the
much
tone,
better with the
Governor
smiley
wrote the
face.
words that would make clear where the source of power in America came from. We, the people of the United States.
It's not bad. I mean, it's no Declaration of Independence.
You're right. I particularly liked your Declaration of Independence the first time I read it when it was written by John Locke. With the Constitution being sent to the states for ratification, it was time for Governor to retire from political life once again.
Hey, Goofy. I'm looking to buy up America's debt in France. Any chance I can get you to be my point man in Paris for that? Great. Oh, and Washington says he wants you to buy him a watch while you're there.
Nothing too flashy. Something plain and handsome. But with a calculator would be great.
Governor was
But with the calculator will be great.
At Dutch Miller Jeep of South Charleston, we're the #1 Jeep dealer in the entire state of West Virginia.
Let me skip.
For one reason.
actually thrilled at this new role. He forever wanderlusted for the European continent, and there was something particularly enticing about France for him.
These people have no morals. In my role here as American Minister to France, I've seen them time and time again given to their lustful-based temptations.
Ah, yes, such immorality. By the way, who's your companion?
Oh, this is my, daughter's personal slave, Sally Hemings.
How you do, sir?
Oh, joy. Here comes the pain.
Gentlemen, who's got 2 thumbs and is rivaled in publication sales in America only by the Bible? This guy. Thomas Paine? What brings you to this side of the Atlantic? Well, I'm building a bridge. Yes, I've designed a single-arch iron suspension bridge.
You're an engineer now?
Engineer, best-selling author, legendary patriot. I guess you could call me a Renaissance man. Sure thing, Da Vinci. Just remind me what you did in England before coming to America? I don't see how that's relevant. Oh yeah, you were a tax collector and were fired for negligence. Yes. Twice.
Mon frères!
Lafayette, you're here too?
But of course, not to toot my own horn, but honk honk. Since returning to France, I'm kind of a big deal now. It makes sense since I won your revolution.
Everything just went in one ear and out the other. That he
Real
just
straw
said.
that stirs the drink. Now, if you'll excuse me. Pardon me, miss, but did your job have to fire you?
What? What are you talking about?
Because you got a derriere that won't
Yes.
quit. The name's Governor Morris. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss...
Madame Adelaide de Flaunt.
Madam, married, eh? Well, Adele, who's the lucky man?
Monsieur Alexander Sébastien de Flaunt de la Béardaille, keeper of the King's Garden.
He must be some gardener. Which one is he?
That's him over there.
Jeez, where was his first job? The Garden of Eden? Hey, how about you and I ditch this soiree?
Monsieur Morris, what kind of woman do you think I am? I am taken already.
By the crypt keeper over there?
Please, no. By my
Damn.
lover, Chaz Maurice de Talleyrand. Now, I must go. But don't be a stranger, Governor.
Governor had arrived in France at perhaps its most critical time in history, and was even present at the beginning of the meetings that would change everything. So, what's going on?
Well, France is, how you say, broke. Kind of on account of all the money I convinced you to spend on your revolution. King Louis XVI has convened a meeting of the Estates General to find a solution. Here we have the first estate, the clergy, the second estate, the nobles, and the third estate, the rest of France.
Is this something you guys do often?
Not really. The last time was almost 200 years ago, but I'm sure this will go well.
What's happening now?
It appears the third estate is leaving. This is not good.
Discontent with the system and kinda locked out of the meeting itself, the third estate instead went to a nearby tennis court on the suggestion of physician Joseph Ignace Guillotine.
Shall we allow our voice, the voice of the people of France, to be reduced to a single vote?
Guys, we kind of have this court reserved for now.
From now on, we will have our own legislature. We should call it the National Assembly. The people of France shall be heard.
So, National Assembly. Who's picking up the tab?
Scatter!
Paris soon went into
Scatter.
turmoil, which was interpreted differently by different people.
Bruh.
Smells a change in the air.
Smells like something's burning.
Oh, that's the Bastille. That old prison was a symbol of everything wrong with the ancient regime. But the time of liberty, equality, and fraternity is upon us, and I, Lafayette, have been appointed commander-in-chief of the new National Guard. I will make sure
Okay.
everything goes smoothly.
Who is that?
Oh, that was Fouan de Douai. Rumor is he has been keeping bread out of the city.
What, are they gonna tar and feather him?
It appears not.
Jesus!
Oui, they seem to have put his head on a pike, and are now presenting it to his son, and are now tearing the son to pieces. Liberté.
If things were heating up politically for
Okay.
France, they were also heating up romantically between Governor and Adele. Running in the same social circles, there were plenty of stolen glances, double entendres, and finally,
Hey, so are we going to fuck or what?
while Governor and Adele's relationship was ignited, so were other changes in France. Talleyrand nationalized the Catholic Church to try to solve the debt problem, which didn't work. All titles of nobility were abolished, and international opinion on the changes began to sour. But perhaps there was still hope that this revolution might work.
So, it's a combination of your Declaration of Independence
Yeah.
and your Bill of Rights, and we call it, wait for it, the Declaration of the Rights of Man. Jefferson's been helping me with it.
Well, if you need help writing an actual constitution, perhaps I can be of assistance.
Why? Do you have any experience?
Don't mind him, Lafayette. He doesn't realize that we all can't be renowned writers. Speaking of which, my new pro-French Revolution pamphlet, The Rights of Man, is selling like hot crepes, I guess. So you're Mr. France now, huh, Payne? But of course. You know, I've always felt deep down that my real country was this hexagon known as France. Lafayette, just be careful. When America had its revolution, we were fighting for the autonomy we'd enjoyed for 150 years. The French people don't have that history or experience. And from what I hear, the National Assembly is already splitting into factions.
Ha, minus squabbles.
Oh yeah? Then who's that guy?
Bonjour, Robespierre.
Lafayette, soon.
Regardless, France is merely in a state of flux. A little commotion as to be expected, but when this is all over and Louis agrees to a constitutional monarchy, he will be regarded as a national hero on par with George Washington. Monsieur, what is going on? The king and queen were caught trying to sneak out of the country, but we caught them at the border. Oh, caca.
At this point, the French
we know what happened to
Revolution
them.
off the rails. The king and queen were placed under arrest. The National Assembly was replaced by the Radical National Convention.
We know what happened to
a
them.
monarchist, now deemed an enemy of the Assembly, fled, but was then arrested in Austria as an enemy of the monarchy. Talleyrand fled, other aristocrats fled, pretty much all foreign diplomats fled, except for Governor, who had just been made the official U.S. minister to France.
Whoopee.
Still, there was one
He said,
person in
"Yippee."
particular that Governor hated to see go.
I know I must go, but this parting is unbearable.
Adele, my dear, this isn't adieu. It's just au revoir.
Really? I'm like 10 feet offshore.
I'll always remember you.
By 1793, France was in full chaos. The First Republic was
Bruh.
created, King Louis had
Yep.
been made a head shorter, and the terror had begun.
Yeah,
Man, this place is getting
we know
crazy.
we know what they're
Dead
talking
people are
about.
getting
If you
beheaded
guys
left and right.
If you guys have been on my channel before, you guys know what's happening. The terror of the beheading because of, I don't remember his name or anything, but it's in one of my overall simplified video reactions. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if you comment what video, I'm sure I can help you with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the video right off the bat, but I'm sure I can help you with that. So
No, it's great. And they're eating up everything I write. I've even been given official French citizenship.
Dude, it's bedlam out there.
That sounds like monarchist talk.
Leave me alone. I'm an American diplomat.
Sure you are. How about we take you to the guillotine and see if you bleed, American?
How's about I take my wooden leg off and bludgeon you to death?
Oh, that's the most American thing I've ever heard.
Conditions continued to get worse.
You know,
Marie
you just
Antoinette
started
joined
hitting
her late
folks.
husband's No Hat Association, and even heroes of the Revolution were being turned on.
So, I was thinking a statue of me. Nothing too opulent. Maybe 30 yards tall. Sorry, I mean meters. Geez, I doubt your new metric system will catch on. Hey, what gives?
You have been charged with treason.
But I'm in the faction supporting the revolution.
Oui, but you're in the wrong faction supporting their revolution.
You can't do this to me. I am an American citizen.
Really? Because I remember you becoming a French citizen.
yep.
Oh, who?
Paine would eventually
Yup.
be freed, and Robespierre, the leader of the terror, would eventually be killed by it in 1794. Governor Morris would mercifully be
1794.
replaced as U.S. Minister to France by James Monroe. All right, buddy, this poop sandwich is on your plate now. I'm gonna go on a European sexcapade for a few years. Oh, and keep your eyes on this little guy. By the time Governor set peg again on American soil in 17...
Oh, and keep your eyes on this little guy. Something fishy about that guy. I don't know what it is, but something fishy.
1898, he had inherited his family estate of Morrisania and intended to focus attention there, but was then appointed New York Senator in 1800. So to review, we've had Delegate Morris, Ambassador Morris, and now Senator Morris, but Governor Morris was never Governor Morris. Thrown back into political life, Governor refused to participate in the partisan conflicts between the emergent political parties.
Those Federalists are grabbing up too much power in the national government. Yeah, if Democratic Republicans have their way, this economy's gonna go belly up. Well, they stole our lunches from the communal fridge.
Bruh.
Well, maybe if you labeled them, that wouldn't happen. Governor, can you believe this?
Oh, wow, this sounds really bad. I mean, I just returned from France where political factions were literally murdering each other in the streets, but, yeah. Governor was not reappointed to the Senate, which suited him fine. Perhaps it was his
Yeah.
retirement from political life. Perhaps it was his increasing age. But by this time, Governor finally grew tired of his bachelor lifestyle and wanted to settle down. In 1808, he met Nancy Randolph.
Dude, what's her story? How do I put this? She's a 10, but she's also been accused of adultery and child murder. What?
About 15 years earlier, Nancy had been accused of having a baby with her late fiancé's brother and killing it. Despite claiming that the baby had been born stillborn, the alleged father, Richard Randolph, was brought to trial and defended by future Supreme Court Chief Justice John Marshall, who took an interesting approach to get his client off.
Your Honor, no doctor even confirmed Nancy to be pregnant, or that a child was even born, or that children even exist. Have you ever seen a child, let alone this dead child?
I saw the dead child.
I'll remind the court that slaves cannot testify against whites
Bruh.
under Virginia law, so what are we even doing here?
The case was dropped, but Nancy, unable to shake the stigma, left Virginia.
Oh, Governor, why this affection for me? I'm a scorned woman with a damaged reputation.
Perhaps I just have an affinity for damaged things. It was about this time that Governor also began working with New York City Mayor DeWitt Clinton on ways to turn the city into an economic powerhouse.
Yeah.
As we expand north up Manhattan, I propose what was done in Philadelphia, a grid-like system with 12 parallel avenues and 155 perpendicular streets. Easy, logical, and navigable.
Frick that. You should do what we did up here in Boston.
And that was?
Yeah, which was?
Okay, so the first thing is you feed a bunch of string to a cow, then load them up with laxatives, then scare the bejesus out of them. Look at it move! And boom! The street layout of Boston.
I think we'll go with Morris's plan. Now, how are we going to make New York City the trading capital of the country?
I got it!
Governor's vision would become the Erie Canal, the artery connecting the growing Great Lakes region through
Excuse
New
me.
York to the rest of the world, making the Big Apple America's preeminent city. But before the project could break ground, a war with Britain got in the way. This was the War of 1812, which stretched into 1813, which lurched into 1814, and by the fourth year in 1815, some in New England, a region staunchly against the war, secretly met at the Hartford Convention.
Word is those New Englanders are proposing for a slew of new amendments. Presidential one-term limit, supermajority vote needed for war, abolishing the 3/5 compromise, and if they don't get them, some have even talked about secession.
It's not the worst idea in the world.
Governor, they can't secede. The Constitution...
The Constitution is dead. It was malformed at birth and died in the years that followed. Do you know what the Constitution is? It's a plan on a piece of paper. It was not written by divine providence, not delivered from upon high. It was written in a sweltering hot Philadelphia room by good men and lesser men, and I should know. I applied the flourishes. We arrived at a plan that was admittedly an improvement, but also compromised enough, allowed enough evil in to keep that fragile alliance together. Hell, we needed to pass 10 amendments, ones that finally addressed the rights of the people, just to get the plan ratified. We ordained and established the Constitution to form a more perfect union. And if a more perfect union is possible through other means, I say, so be it. Good news! The war just ended and the Hartford Convention's disbanded! Long live the Constitution! Whatever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have this wicked urinary tract infection, which he tried to dig out himself with a whalebone and died.
What?
Hey, guys, this is exciting!
What? Hang on. So,
Good news! The war just ended and the Hartford Convention's disbanded! Long live the Constitution! Whatever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have this wicked urinary tract infection, which he tried to dig out himself with a whalebone and died. Hey, guys, this is exciting! It's like we're connecting the Drawn of History cinematic universe. What do you mean? Well, Lafayette, if people want to learn more about you, they can watch your series over here. And Madison, they can learn more about the War of 1812, during which you were president, over here. And they...
what? That, what? He tried to do it himself and then... What? I hope That did not go in his tombstone or anything. That did not go in his tombstone, did it? He tried to do it himself. I don't even know. You guys have a good one. Positivity is key. Motivation is key. Happiness is key. I'm just gonna end this video, bro. Like, what? You guys stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video.